Good afternoon, well, my awesome friends and followers of the YouTube channel, and to the members, thank you, as we keep moving in the direction of non-bullshittery and transparency. Well, it's time again. I've done one or two videos about this in the past, not many, because I used to stay clear of controversy, because YouTube have got very thin skin, and the slightest thing sort of upsets them. But yesterday, actually, I went and watched a live stream with Richard Inman, Danny, and Paul, and there was 6 people on the little panel, quite a big panel, and they were all chatting about. They were explaining about how the law is being manipulated, how the police and the Ministry of Justice are deliberately targeting Tommy Robinson. Now, I would never normally mention his real name because it's out there, it's in the public domain, but I've been watching people having an attack on him. What do I think? So thank you for your emails, thank you for your messages. Yes, I will discuss it. I am of the same mind as many of you. I believe he's being wrongfully held. I believe he holds information, or he knows a lot about the system. He's been under threat for so long. I think it's shameful what's happening to him and his family. I think it's shameful that our Prime Minister hasn't stepped in to stop this. But I look at this from different angles now. Thanks to you, everyone sends me information, and I try and look at it, and I do my best to stay in the middle. Sometimes you got to deviate if you believe something's going wrong. I do believe he needs released. I do believe they've classed him as some sort of enemy of the state because he speaks out about things that are going wrong. Tommy is probably very highly educated when it comes to what's happening to grooming, what's happening to our daughters, what's happening to children in the UK, and he's called it out. But not only has he called it out, I actually see a government that has actively ignored it. We only have to look at our own Prime Minister that ignored the grooming gang scandal when he was the Attorney General. And we now see that the majority of people in the UK have given up. They've given up the fight. Ordinary British citizens have given up speaking out because it's just falls on deaf ears, and they've had enough. And this is one of the reasons why I believe Tommy Robinson has such a massive following. Because you know what? Yes, he's working class. Yes, he makes money on social media, but he's being held in isolation. And they're stating the reason why he's being held in isolation is because allegedly there is a target on his head while he's in prison. So that's why they've kept him in isolation. I heard today that they're saying he's only allowed out of his cell for 3 hours a day. That's 21 hours a day he's locked up in isolation. They're saying he has a laptop to apply so he can respond to emails. They're saying he can respond to emails on social media. I don't think that's true. I haven't seen any indication. If you have, let me know that he can do this. Because for a while there, they were saying that he wasn't allowed, no one was allowed to talk to him, he wasn't allowed to convey conversations, but now they're trying to say that he has access to all the internet, and I don't think he does. I believe the government has decided that he holds the cards or the keys to information which could probably sink quite a few politicians. It's shameful. Whether you like Tommy Robinson or not, it is shameful the way he's being treated. There are rapists and terrorists and murderers being released, and they're holding him. Contempt of court is what they're saying. Why would someone that's been held in contempt of court need to be isolated 21 hours a day? There's more to this than meets the eye. I believe our current government are fearful of what he can say and what he knows. If you know any more information, let me know. I'm gladly talk about it. And there needs to be a conversation. Thanks to Paul and Richard and Danny and the others guys yesterday. Their conversation highlighted quite a few things. They know Tommy, and it's good to listen. It's good to broaden your horizon. It's good to reach out and see what other people are saying. Other people may be more informed than you. But if you know any more information, drop me an email. Let's have a chat. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and have a wonderful day.